Hey guys, how you doing? It is Milzo, and I'm back at it for what I may think. Oh no, we might have another episode after this, if we're lucky. Because I went through three people in the, three people in the last episode. I went through Georgie, I went through Gus, and then I went through Milton.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis,
Everyone was hoping to
1988,
stay out of Lewis's room, except Lewis.
and 2010. Okay. Oh, this is a cool ass room. I don't want to live up here. You do weed? Is he druggy? Yep, that's a bong.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Probably shouldn't be laughing, but it kind of looks like a N64.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh, hello.
I asked him to
okay.
describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Oh, that's cool.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about
holy
him then.
shit. This is cool.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Oh, the more he daydreams, the
I even
bigger,
encouraged him.
the faker his
It
reality
seemed very
gets.
promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Mario
They begged him
reference.
to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Oh no! Oh, this is horrible.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Oh, the handsome queen.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
I can't even
He
see
knew the
the
world was
cannery
beyond his
anymore.
imagination.
Whoa.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Oh, Luke's looking good.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Looks.
began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Yo, Lewis, dude, what the hell are you doing, bro? You're not even chopping the things now. Oh, it's actually sad, man. Like, to see someone who... Oh, fuck, man.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
If I don't want this.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
These guys don't have faces.
Including the wise character who had insisted on inviting them.
It's a giant cat. Oh, it's Molly!
His queen waited, holding his crown.
God.
There was only one thing left to do.
Did he put his head under a
Then down
guillotine?
his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Man, I think that had to be one of the most realist things that anybody can relate to. Having to work and then become so immersed in an imaginative world is the saddest thing that could happen to anybody. He put his head under a fish guillotine. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I want to go back out here. This game actually is one of the most... Why is she going back in? Am I meant to go out this way or something? The game, it says a lot of real things about reality that not a lot of us like to admit. I gotta go through here. Work, it's a labor that not a lot of us like, but we do it for equal pay, for an earning. And I think if you're working at...
From Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
From what I know, I've had people that slave away working while under the influence of a illegal substance, and it tears people apart. It's not a very proud or productive thing. Okay, so we've got Eddie next. We can do that.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Edie. Okay.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Edith, my room.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now was to tell you about that last night.
Oh, it is the mom.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
I'm gonna try to...
It the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
I'm gonna see if I can try to play this episode out to the end, because I feel like this is gonna be the end.
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
Stag. Really?
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain. but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
The hell?
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
It's cool.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Whoa, hello.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
I knew it.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
A miracle birth.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Aww. Oh, she had a little boy. Aww. A story by Giant Sparrow. Aww. It's dedicated to somebody. Oh, Ian Dallas, creative director. I guess that was her brother. This game shows you about how much you need to appreciate what life really gives you. We live only a short amount of time, but it seems like forever, and it can be taken away from us at any moment. I guess we just need to take a hold of what we have now and really share it. I guess in a way, I really find this game hitting me in my soft spot where it really hits me in the feelings. I never had a lot of time with a lot of people in my life, and it really, I can really connect along with this game very well. This was an amazing game to play. I really did love the way this game really made me emotionally connected to it. It gave me a sense to be put in that situation, and I really did enjoy playing this game. If you guys want to check this out on PS Plus, if you are a PS4 and have the PS Plus exclusive stuff, definitely download this game while you have the chance and play it for yourself, because it is an amazing game. I'm just gonna let these credits roll through for a bit while I wait for what's at the end, because I don't know what happens at the end. Like I said, guys, don't take for granted what you have now. What is very, very limited to what only one can imagine. So take every opportunity that you get to definitely be with the people that you care about the most. Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. I really enjoyed this. If I missed anything and you guys want me to go back over something that I missed, definitely let me know and I will go back and I will try to find it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Peace.